Good morning and welcome to another one of Drew's book reviews. And happy November, by the way. I hope you had a great Halloween. So today's book review is going to be on Star Wars Fate of the Jedi Backlash. So in this book, we have Luke and Ben Skywalker. They've recently encountered an army of Sith. So they encountered this army of Sith in the Maw, this cluster of black holes. It seems to be a central focus point for the dark side of the Force. And they encountered them during their investigation into what happened to Jason Solo, who had turned to the dark side and wreaked irreparable harm and havoc throughout the galaxy. And one of the Sith apprentice, Vestera, was the survivor of this encounter. She took off and fled the scene, essentially. And of course, Luke and Ben Skywalker chased her out of the Maw, eventually tracked her to the planet of Dathomir, which still kind of has these tribal associations throughout the people of Dathomir that are Force users, Force sensitive. So in their journey to Dathomir, in their pursuit of Vestera, they eventually encounter these clans or tribes of Dathomir who are in a battle for their very survival against the Night Sisters of Dathomir, which are just these witches that use this dark power and dark forces to try and gain control of the world in which they're on. So we've now got Luke and Ben with the tribes of Dathomir fighting against the Night Sisters for their very survival. And of course, in the meantime, we have back on Coruscant Han and Leia, who are desperately trying to save the lives of these Jedi, which have gone mad and insane, trying to shuttle them off the planet and away from the Galactic Alliance government and Chief of State Dala specifically, who is really out to destroy the Jedi Order through political will and tools and armies. In the meantime, the Jedi Order is also being threatened by these Sith warriors, which are coming out of nowhere as far as the Jedi can tell. They don't know where they're coming from or what's happening, so Luke is basically on this mission to find them, destroy them, track them down, and hopefully bring about stability once again to the Jedi Order during his self-imposed exile. So we've kind of got that threefold approach to this. We've got Luke and Ben Skywalker are looking for reasons why people have turned to the dark side and try and resolve that conflict while discovering the fact that there's this Sith army out there who's determined to destroy the Jedi. We got Han and Leia trying to manage and become the intermediaries between the Galactic Alliance government as well as the Jedi Order, trying to bring resolution to their conflict. And of course, also dealing with these conspiracies and plots to basically take out the government, take out Han and Leia, in order to regain control of the Galactic Empire. The old Empire wants to gain back control of the galaxy and rule once again as their previous master, Emperor Palpatine, once did. Overall, very exciting read. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a great book, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. It is definitely worth picking up and reading. I'm really enjoying everything in this book. I'm enjoying it for the Star Wars aspect. Of course, you got your classic lightsabers battle. I mean, you can't have a Star Wars story without a lightsaber battle. That's just classic. It has to be in there, and of course it absolutely is. So we basically got the political and economic and conflict set up so effectively to have this essentially three-way galactic civil war between the Jedi and the Galactic Alliance, as well as the Sith and the Jedi. And then, of course, you've got the old Imperial remnant and Galactic Empire, who is set to use their political will to overthrow the Galactic Alliance government and take back control. So we've got this whole situation brewing where the galaxy could be in a three-way war. And it's really just awesome. Really liking it, really enjoying it, and I definitely recommend picking this up. Reading any, especially if you're a Star Wars fan, of course, that is the best way to go about it. If you are a Star Wars fan, this is something you want to pick up and read. And as always, don't forget to stay tuned for my next book review in this series of Fate of the Jedi. Up next, we do have Allies, the Fate of the Jedi series, so don't forget to stay tuned for that. Absolutely look forward to picking up this one, see where it goes. Based on the cover art, it kind of makes me wonder if the Sith and Jedi join forces or something, because it's just called Allies. Now that would be interesting, but we'll see what happens. As always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe below. And as always, thank you for watching this episode of Drew's Book Reviews, and we'll see you next time with a review of Allies. Have a great day.